let's never give up hope. Raman's story is something which lights me up.
I mean, nobody wants to be a quadriplegic for the rest of their life. I'm happy that I don't need anybody to help me to go about my life. I can't even hold a racket now.
Yeah.
I never felt fitter in my life. So we make all kinds of plans in life.
In the life
You
happens.
don't know what happens. So it is athletic leisure. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome, namaskar, swagat hai aap sabka. My name is Ashish Vidyarthi. Just to let you know, within the last 3 minutes, this is my second introduction because as I turned on the camera, I discovered that I had not turned on the camera. और मैंने अपने को इंट्रोड्यूस किया, मैंने रमन को इंट्रोड्यूस किया और कुछ रिकॉर्ड नहीं हुआ. लेकिन मैंने बहुत कुछ सुना अभी रमन से. Raman said a few things, amazing things about our friendship. I had not thought about it that way. कि रमन और मैं, we've been classmates. Standard 6 से हम लोग साथ हैं, दोस्त हैं. आज we both of us are 57 and together. Welcome, Raman Kwatra.
Thank you, Ashish. Welcome to giving a peek to the world about us. But two of us, we don't need to welcome each other.
Yeah.
We've been in each other's life ever since, and I think till one of us goes away, we are going to be like this.
Ooh. Both of us are chalk and cheese, very different, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Completely.
Yeah.
He's disciplined. He's vegetarian. He's never smoked or had a drink.
Always into sports and active, whatever, life.
And he is.
And Ashish is super athletic as well, but in a different way.
So Raman and I, हम लोग एकदम अलग हैं, अलहदा हैं. We are different from one another, and yet there is a bond which is amazing. Over the years, we have grown together. We have, and again, to take some terms, what he is saying, through our bumps and turns and twists in our life, we have found each other.
Always together.
Yeah. And today, we're going to chat about something something which I'm very inspired by. The very fact that Raman Kwatra, who is right now here with you, in front of you, is walking, is doing stuff. He's driving a car. He's doing everything that you and I can do. And guess what? Just how many years back?
2 years ago.
2 years back, something happened to him. And he's here, in spite of what life did to him. Raman, do you remember anything of that moment?
Absolutely nothing. I was just cycling in the morning. We had gone for a 50-kilometer ride, and I had done about 44 kilometers, and we had taken a U-turn to return home. We've come back. And maybe another 5 minutes after the U-turn, I completely lost out. I don't know what happened to me. Then, when I regained consciousness, I was in the hospital, and I don't know whether it was after my surgeries or before, but it was in the hospital. It was late at night, and I was told that I have been in the hospital, and I was brought in emergency by two guys after a very bad accident where I had multiple fractures, including a broken neck and back, and cuts all over my face and neck. Some people thought I was dead, but my first cousin, who is a very senior doctor in the same hospital, and my family was able to get in touch with her. She reached there, and obviously when she was there, and everything came together in that moment, and I had multiple surgeries in one day. Well, then it's been a recovery process which is still ongoing, although I've come a long way. And like Ashish says, willpower and brother, let me burst his bubble a little bit. I don't think I deserve credit for that. Its human body is made to recover itself. We don't have an option other than trying to get well, trying to get normal, trying to be fit. And probably I had the little bit of advantage of not having been overweight or not having diabetes or other problems, which helped me to, fight better than other people. I mean, nobody wants to be a quadriplegic for the rest of their life. I don't have any sensation in my hands. My upper body still feels like dead weight because the nerves are not communicating with the muscles. So if I walk, let's say 100 meters, I get breathless because my body is carrying extra weight. That's the feeling I get because of the nerve damage. But anyway, life goes on. I'm happy that I don't need anybody to help me to go about my life. Yeah, a few things I've done purely out of my own belief in myself that I need to start doing those things. I must say that my willpower is people like Ashish. There are other people as well who have been with me in this journey of recovery. Ashish has he spent a lot of time with me in the hospital after I came home, everywhere, and he's been my pillar of strength all my life, not just these last 2 years.
And this happened during COVID times. I promise you, some of the things that you said, a lot of us will call it willpower, but I'm sure it's not willpower. As you say, that's how he sees it. He sees it very simply. He said the body has to recover, and I'm just being with it. And this is incredible. The sheer sense of how he looks at life. Typically, we look at कि यार जिंदगी में खराबी होने वाला है. Everything is degenerating, and he's saying the body has a natural sense to rehabilitate itself, and that is what I'm talking about. One of the first sights when I saw him in the hospital that time, and it was height of COVID, and somehow one managed to come into the hospital to meet him. The very fact that Raman was lying down and he couldn't even move his fingers. When I see him from there till now, one of the things that he communicated one day was that, which was after months after he got back, that I can now touch my eyes. I can scratch myself. Yeah. Can you believe it? I just now realized what a privilege it is for me to just able to scratch
an itch
on my face. I want to just नमस्कार
मिलने आए थे आपसे।
सब जरूर नमस्कार, कैसे हैं आप? स्वागत है जी, नमस्ते जी आपका।
अचानक से हो गए paralyzed।
आई सी। अब अच्छे हैं। अच्छा, मैं अपने दोस्त के साथ बैठा हूँ, रमन, ख्याल रखिए आप।
बहुत ठीक हो गया, बहुत
दिसंबर में हुआ था। ये हमारा दोस्त रमन।
हम तो लिफ्ट में मिलते रहते हैं।
विशाल भैया के एकदम से इतना तगड़ा हुआ था ना।
एमपी में गए थे अपने घर। हम लोग सतना के हैं।
अच्छा। मैं दो साल पहले मेरा एक्सीडेंट हुआ था। 1 महीना मैं ऐसे पड़ा हुआ था, छत देखता रहता था, मेरी उंगली भी नहीं हिलती थी, और आज मैं यहाँ खड़ा हूँ। तो हो जाएगा ठीक। गॉड ब्लेस यू, गॉड ब्लेस यू।
दिन के बाद पार्क में वॉक किया करेंगे।
गॉड ब्लेस यू।
बहुत सारा प्यार, बहुत सारा प्यार। थैंक यू। सो लाइफ कंटिन्यूज। सो रमन, इज़न्ट इट अ फैक्ट कि ज़िंदगी में ऐसे हादसे होते रहते हैं अलग अलग उम्र में?
बिल्कुल।
अभी देखिए अंकल जो अभी जा रहे हैं यहाँ से, he just met with an accident just, I believe, in December. How important is it not to give up hope, my friend?
This is exactly what I was saying. This gentleman is much older than me, and even he wants to get well. That's exactly the point. And this is built into our system, body, nature, whatever call it. We all want to do that.
So basically you're saying that इच्छा तो है, let's not give up on that इच्छा.
I was having this same discussion with my neurosurgeon during one of my review visits to him, and he said something, what you said about the willpower and whatnot. And my reply was absolutely the same. I said, this is not sexy at all. This is what it is.
Yeah.
So he said, don't kill the story.
Got it.
So yes, I'm still fighting my battles,
Sure.
no doubt.
Sure.
I am not normal. This thing I've never told you, Ashish. The biggest casualty of this accident has been my love for badminton.
You have had to give it up.
I had to completely give it up. Imagine, for the last 16 years, before my accident, I played badminton on every day when I was not traveling.
Every day.
Every day in the morning.
No, and not just 16 years, Raman, because I remember right from 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th हम लोग
No,
जब
no, I
साथ
used to play. I
तब
discontinued,
खेलता
but
था,
last
दौड़ता
16
था, but last
years,
16 years he was into
Continuously.
badminton and he used to travel to different places.
I decided some years ago that it would be wonderful if my hobby, my passion also becomes my profession. And I was lucky to find an employment in a company, an international brand of badminton.
Yeah.
And the best part was it worked out. I mean, they hired me to run the business for India and South Asia, and I had such a fantastic time. And all that was gone in one instant of
One
that
instant
accident.
of that moment.
I can't even hold a racket now.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents, they came as refugees in 1947 from the part of Punjab which is now in Pakistan, and they rebuilt their lives. My parents were both young kids at that time, in early teens, and it was ingrained in us. And we knew that life doesn't end with one accident or one event or something. So you have to get up and start all over again.
Yeah.
And this is what it is. After I crossed certain milestones of my recovery, started driving, and I was able to sit
And,
for
and
few
I want to share this with you. When he started driving, at that point he was not even feeling the things in his hand.
which even now I don't.
Yeah, and you see, he's brought himself up to manage and how he can do it. And here is an interesting part. So Raman, you lost that job at a time. You meet with an accident and you have to give up even on that job. You've lost badminton. And throughout that period, as I was sitting, chatting, meeting you, over the last 2 years, you wanted to do something around safe cycling.
So what happened was, when the COVID started, when everything was, there was a lockdown on everything. So badminton had actually stopped because all sports complexes were shut down and everything was shut down. And that was the time, not just in India or North India, across the world, cycling became very popular. Because that was one activity where you could do it on your own without engaging with other people or coming in close contact with anybody. The competitive Raman took over. I decided to improve my timing, my speed, and all that stuff, and I started doing that. And then I found a community of people who were into cycling, who had taken up cycling or who were already doing it, and it was getting very popular in the world. And I also discovered that it was the most underrated physical activity. I never felt fitter in my life. The kind of fitness I achieved after I started cycling. My waist size had reduced to my school waist size, and my weight had come down to 80 kilos, which never went below 83 or 84. Even that was good enough, but it came to 80, which was, I was in the pink of my health at the age of 54.
Wow.
55.
Wow.
And then, I lost it all in one instant. And guess what? What was I doing? I was not involved in some drunken driving accident. I was cycling in the morning and I got run over. So we make all kinds of plans in life.
And then life
You
happens.
don't know what happens.
So you've been an adventurer all your life, Raman. I remember
I've
right
been
after
to
school.
Himalayan car rally.
So remember the Himalayan car rally, the famous Himalayan car rally. Raman had a gypsy. That was in college or post-college?
Post-college.
Post-college. He had a gypsy, and he put a roll cage. The first time I'd heard the term, he had put a roll cage on his car and he did the Himalayan car rally. So Raman has been an adventurer throughout his life, and he's so inspired me to take on so many things. Now, please, I have never played the way he's played. I have not, taken up sport or something else, but I'm sure that spirit of adventure has even touched me. So I lead my life with a sense of adventure, Raman, and if I can tell you that there is that inspiration that has stood with me, all right? And one of the things that I really want us to share about today, Raman is on his own, recuperating, but this is working. And Raman, what is this new adventure that you thought of?
See, before my accident, I had almost finalized a new venture. I had decided to go into my own business.
Okay.
And because I was so much involved in cycling, I had decided to open a cycling lifestyle destination.
It was to be a cafe and a gathering place.
People to just hang out. People who have
Cyclists.
cyclists
Yes.
or who do any kind of cycling. It is a place to hang out for those people, whether to get your cycle serviced, modified, repaired. But again, even that changed because I was bedridden after that. And anyway, during that time, I had people coming over to, just check on me and wish me recovery. And one of the guys was a young lad who was working in my team in my earlier company. And he would on and off, just drop in, oh, I got some kulfi for you or whatever.
Okay.
And in one of his visits, he said that, sir, what are you planning to do next? So I told him, I said, look, I'm not in a physically position to get into a full-time job or whatever, but I want to do something. He offered, he says, can I join you?
Okay. And how old is this guy?
He's now 30 years old.
All right.
So this boy actually came from a very wealthy family. He qualified as a lawyer. His father is a distributor of a very big international automobile parts company. Bosch, okay. So he's a distributor for Bosch. And they come from a very wealthy family, and they are one of the popular or very, those old families of Gurgaon.
Okay.
He was working in the company because he wanted to prove to himself that he was capable of,
Doing something on his own.
doing something on his own and not just dad's money or whatever. So I was absolutely fine with it. And I needed someone because I was not in a position to work full time because of my physical challenges. I said, Rachit, let's do it. Within 2-3 days, we started spending time together in Starbucks or Costa, whatever, drawing up plans or whatever. If we want to really do it, let's take office there on rent and make ourselves committed to it. And now we launched the brand last year around Diwali.
Wow.
And
What is the brand called?
the brand is called Rise. We spell it R-Y-Z.
R-Y-Z. Z. R-Y-Z.
We-
R-Y-Z. Got it. Rise.
Yeah.
And what is it about?
For the first time in many decades, sale of yoga pants overtook sale of jeans worldwide. And this was before the COVID hit.
Got it.
But after COVID, people realized they want to have whatever you want. They want to have a very healthy lifestyle.
Got it. And also
Because-
comfortable.
And no nonsense about apparel.
Zyada fashion.
Because you have to do your laundry yourself.
Correct.
Who's got time or patience to iron the clothes? So they wanted kind of clothing which lasts them 24 hours. And the whole world has seen a complete shift in the lifestyle.
What is this called? Easy.
The cliched word is athleisure.
Athleisure.
So it is athletic
it.
leisure. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. We will make it active lifestyle, from sports to sports lifestyle. So we said from athleisure to athleisure lifestyle, we will take it few steps further. So then the concept of our brand is that we give you clothes for all your activities.
Okay.
You wake up, you walk your dogs, you drop your children to school or the school bus, and you go to the gym in the same clothes. Now, mostly gyms have a place to take a shower or whatever. We have our apparel is designed in such a way that by changing just one layer, you can change the complete look from totally gym look to a semi-formal look without changing all the clothes. And our clothes are made with fabrics which will be dry in minutes, even if you're soaking wet.
क्या बात कर रहे हैं?
And they are treated with certain chemicals which make them completely odor free. So if you wanted to continue, you could continue in those same clothes even after the shower and not feel that you're wearing something soiled. And the other thing is, normally what happens is when you come home from a long day or whatever, the first thing you would do is change into comfortable clothes.
Correct.
But
Yeah,
in
you're
this,
wearing comfortable
You're
clothes.
wearing comfortable.
You're wearing
clothes.
comfortable
So
clothes.
you don't
Yeah,
have to
man.
do all that. You just come over and lounge and you continue doing whatever you want to do.
Raman,
So that was the idea.
मतलब जोन में है कि तू 57 साल का है. At the age of 57, this dear friend of mine has just started a startup.
Yeah. We need to keep our vision global. Unfortunately, India has grown, but India has not given many brands to the world. Does anybody in Europe say, okay, this is the Indian brand I'm wearing?
Got it.
So,
So I think, yeah.
So I said we will keep our vision
Global.
with the world as our focus. So what we did, we don't have the money to hire a stylist sitting in Italy or whatever. But as technology is now
Evolving.
opening new
Yes,
horizons,
yeah.
we were able to get into deals with stylists in different parts of the world who do project work, and you pay them based on projects.
So they are based wherever they are based.
Yeah.
Manufactured here for the world.
Made in India with pride for our own countrymen.
Wow,
That
wow.
is what we write even on all of our
Yeah,
communication.
wow. Made
It's
in India with pride for our countrymen and the world.
and the world.
Yes, wow. Raman.
That's what it is.
Raman Bhai. Still remember the days and evenings and afternoons 320 में बैठे 320 Green Line, केंद्रीय सचिवालय, Central Secretariat, bus stop पे खड़े हो गए, Raman getting up from one side, me getting up from another side,
Pretending,
and
oh.
pretending we have just met and shouting from both sides, Raman Bhai, and he would say Ashish Bhai, and we would just, people would say what
Hug each
happened,
other, yeah.
hug each other, watch films together, study for our exams together, eat
We
together.
were studying, I don't know, I'm sure you remember, we were studying for our 12th board and I was living in Lakshmi Nagar with this thing, and we used to try, find some kind of momentum to continue study, which you would never find. And we would look for excuses, to sit and focus. And one night we decided we'll have some very strong coffee to keep us awake all night, and we will study all night and whatnot. And we made very strong coffee, put a lot of coffee, whatever. Guess what? He had bleeding from his nose.
Yes. I
The night ended.
never had such strong coffee. Raman still makes the most amazing coffee that I've had.
Yeah.
This morning again I had some amazing coffee made by him. Raman जो beat करके coffee बनाता ना, ये still, I'm still missing that. आज एक वो तो पियो, एक वो beaten coffee वो पियेंगे. But this is Raman Kwatra, my friend. This is Raman Kwatra. The spirit, I wanted you to meet this spirit, because so many of us are dealing with so many things, my friends.
There are a lot of things that we enjoy together.
Lot of things, a whole lot of things.
Whole lot of things.
Whole lot of things.
And remember we used to go from school to watch that 1 hour video in the American Center.
Yeah, the Americans and US, Murli bhi aa jata tha.
Yeah. So
And we used to watch
that.
the CBS and the NBC and the ABC news. Peter Jennings.
Peter Jennings. Ashish, do you remember, while I was doing my diploma in Pusa for hotel management, I was also doing my graduation from Agra University.
Yes.
And one day I had a exam here in the morning and in the afternoon at Agra. I went to college, you came with me. We used to have the Vespa scooter.
Yes, there's a brown,
From green.
green colored Vespa scooter, uncle ka scooter.
DLX 6000.
Okay, wow.
And you, after I finished my paper in hotel management in Pusa, on the scooter, you dropped me to the airport.
Wow.
I went to Agra, took the flight, wrote my paper, returned in the night, and again wrote an exam in the morning. And you made it possible by dropping me. You waited outside the exam hall in Pusa to take me to the airport.
I have no recollection, Raman, but I'm just feeling so happy.
Yeah, we did all that. And I borrowed your motorcycle for the first midday treasure hunt.
Hero Honda.
And I won the prize.
I remember the number 3797.
and I won the prize.
Wow. Raman ke saath, I have gone to Nirula's because he used to have the money and he used to treat me to Maha Burger with cheese and cold coffee with ice cream.
Even in NSD, I would reach NSD every day for lunch.
Yes.
In NSD canteen.
Yes, we used to have lunch.
Yeah.
So amazing thoughts. So the most important part is we all have friends, right? Let's never give up hope. Raman's story is something which lights me up because it is a story that it is possible, never to give up. Raman and I plan to travel together in life. till the day one of us decides to leave. That'll be a very sad day.
For the person who is left behind.
But till then, let's be around.
Yeah, absolutely.
ढेर सारा प्यार दोस्त. Lots and lots of love.
God bless us.
God bless you. God bless us. God bless us all. ढेर सारा प्यार. Al shukran bandhu. Al shukran Raman. ढेर सारा प्यार. Love
Let's make more memories.
you. Yes, let's make it. Fantastic. Wow.
All the best.
Thank you. All the best. Super.